February 13th is kind of a funny day. All over, folks suddenly remember, oops, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. It's more than just a passing, I should grab flowers thought. It feels like a lot of pressure. Like you're facing a test you didn't study for, or your relationship's getting graded. Somehow, Valentine's Day has become this huge love evaluation. If you don't plan something cool or book the right spot or post the right pic, it feels like failure. That's not romance. That's just stress. Here's what's interesting. We're told big love means big stuff. Fancy dinners, pricey gifts, surprise trips. Sure, those can be exciting. They're loud and get attention. But loud doesn't mean they last. Relationship expert John Gottman studied couples for years and found something simple. The couples who lasted weren't doing huge romantic shows. They just showed up in small ways, every day. Like when one says, "Hey, check this out," and the other looks. Or when someone talks about their bad day, and the other listens. Or when you remember how they like their coffee. Those little things, they're worth more than yearly fireworks. Big gestures are loud, but real stability is quiet. And that quiet, consistent love is what lasts. But here's what people skip over. When romance is scheduled, it loses something. Psychologists call it prescribed behavior, doing something because you feel you should, not because you want to. Here's the catch. Your brain knows the difference. There's a big difference between, I planned this because I love you, and I planned this because it's February 14th, and I don't want to screw up. Even if dinner and the gift look the same, the feeling behind it is different. Your partner can sense it, maybe not in a way they can explain, but they can tell when something's done out of pressure, not desire. So pressure doesn't just lessen romance, it changes the vibe of the moment. That small change matters more than we think. Then we come to social media. Psychologist Leon Festinger talked about social comparison theory, which is easy to understand. We judge ourselves by comparing our lives to others. Think about Valentine's Day. On February 14th, comparison goes crazy. Your feed floods with fancy dinners, surprise trips, huge flowers, perfect couple shots, and without realizing it, you start comparing your relationship to those. But here's the real deal. We don't feel bad because our relationship is failing. We feel bad because someone else's highlight reel looks amazing. You're comparing your real life to their best moments. You're comparing your normal Tuesday love to someone else's filtered, edited pic. That's just not fair. So, what makes relationships feel strong and exciting? Psychologist Eli Finkel points to self-expansion theory. It's a simple idea. Couples are happiest when they grow together, trying new stuff, learning, stepping out of their routine as a team. The key thing is, it's not about money. It's about doing new things, trying a recipe together, taking a different route, watching a documentary, and talking about it. The brain remembers new experiences more than price tags. It remembers the feeling, not the cost. Growing together beats a fancy dinner that just looks good online. We need to talk about single people too, because Valentine's Day can feel tough. Science shows that feeling excluded lights up the same pain centers in the brain as physical pain. So feeling left out on February 14th is a real feeling. But feeling isolated isn't because you are single. It's feeling cut off from a cultural ritual. It's this feeling that everyone else is celebrating something you're supposed to have. If we got rid of that pressure, February 14th would just be another day. Being single isn't the painful part. Feeling left out is, and that's different. Maybe we're looking at this wrong. Maybe love shouldn't be crammed into one day. Maybe it should be spread out, shown in small ways, again and again. Because if your relationship only feels special on Valentine's Day, it's not really special. It's just scheduled. The best relationships don't peak once a year. They don't depend on one performance. They just happen every day. On random Tuesdays, quiet Saturday mornings, on regular days when no one is watching. That's where real love lives.